Wow. There are stories you hear, there's some you watch and you're just thinking, this is wonderful. This is good to hear. It's good to be educated. This story is very educational for every one of us, especially if you're the type that wanted to celebrate, to barbecue, invite friends. What you eating, you're the one making almost everything. You're putting things in the grill. You're using the iron brush to brush the grill as you continue. Please be careful. Do not use iron brushes if you could find something else, or if you do find a way to wipe it or wipe the grill properly to be sure that none of those iron brush is broken, while you were using it to clean the grill. That's so, so important. When you hear this story, you will take precaution, you know. If you use the iron brush, get a cloth, wipe the grill over and over again for safety precaution, just for safety. Take precaution. Let's watch this video together. These doctors are amazing. They do great job. Kudos to them.
One of the most interesting cases that I have had to date was a 4-year-old boy who was at a barbecue eating when he suddenly grabbed his ear and started crying, complaining of ear pain. So they brought him to the emergency department, and he has a totally normal ear exam. Like, there's nothing. They said, do some ibuprofen, see ENT in a couple days. So 2 days later, went and saw ENT. They did a full exam, and again, there's nothing. Totally normal exam. So family was doing ibuprofen and some numbing drops in the ear at home, and nothing was helping. So 2 more days later, came back to the emergency department, and they did a CAT scan of the mastoid, which is kind of like this area here, without contrast. Didn't see anything, looks totally normal, told him to follow up with the pediatrician and ENT again in a couple days. So then another 2 or 3 days later, so now we're between day 7 and day 10, he comes back to the emergency department at 4:30 in the morning, and I'm the doctor on. Now he's having some fevers, and he's not wanting to eat and drink, and we have no idea what's going on with him. His ear exam was totally normal, and he was still complaining of ear pain. On the throat exam, he did have a little bit of swelling of the kind of tonsillar area on the right side, and a little bit of tenderness in the neck on the right side also. So we went all out. We did a CAT scan of the neck, which included the ears with contrast, and we did a ton of labs, gave him fluids, just did every test that we could think of doing. And we got our answer on the CAT scan. He had about a 2-centimeter metal wire that was lodged in the paratonsillar tissues on the right, and he'd started to develop an abscess around it. And he had been eating a hamburger when this had happened, so the grill brush, the metal wires on the grill brush had become lodged in the hamburger, and when he ate the hamburger, it got lodged in the soft tissues. He was feeling the pain in his ear probably because of the eustachian tube, the tube that drains the ear to the back of the throat is in that area, so he was probably feeling pressure and irritation from that, and that's why he was having pain there. Ended up going to the operating room with the ear, nose, and throat surgeons, and they were able to remove this and drain the abscess, and he was started on some antibiotics, and his pain was completely resolved. But do not use grill brushes with metal wires. There's not only the risk that it can get lodged in the soft tissues in your throat, but they can also cause bowel obstructions and perforations in the abdomen if accidentally swallowed. And like I said, they get mixed in the hamburger or the meat that's being cooked on the grill. Grill brushes, pretty crazy. Good case.
I mean, you heard that for yourself. Those wires in the grill brushes can be dangerous. I've never heard that before. When I heard it, I'm thinking, oh my God. Because when you have those braids, you think, oh wow, it take out all the sticky stuff, from the meats and all the things you put in the grill. It helps to really scrub them out. You scrub them, you use them to brush all those things off and do your thing. No, 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 no. It's risky as well. So use something that you have to, like I said earlier, wipe it wipe it over and over again. If you use it before you set your grill on fire, before you put the fire, yes, before you put it on, so that you take time, you use it to brush it. Get a wet cloth, wipe it over and over and over again. You don't want to be held responsible for situations that you're just trying to be good or to have fun for, or for yourself, you know? You don't want to be spending so much money on medical treatments when, just because you want to eat some grilled food or. So please be careful. Wipe the grill again and again if you must use the wire grill brushes, yeah, for safety, for you and those you're having fun with. Thank you so much. I hope you learned something on this today. I'll see you again soon. Please do not forget to subscribe, like, share, click notification button so when we're on, you will be notified. Thank you so much. Please share, 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 especially to your friends, those who like to grill summertime or anytime. Bye-bye. Take care. No, you're loved. Bye-bye.